Hi everyone, I'm just doing a super quick video. Normally I'd get out my great big camera, but this is just on my phone. I just wanted to weigh in on something that's happening in the fandom at the moment. So, normally we don't talk about this sort of stuff. Nat and I kind of stay out of what's going on with the regular happenings within the fandom. We talk almost exclusively about the documentary and things that affect the documentary, but I feel like at the moment there's something that's happened and I feel like I want to weigh in on it. You probably have seen that Liam tweeted to one of the family members from the television show Duck Dynasty and then kind of apologised, kind of didn't apologise for it, said that he doesn't necessarily endorse everything that they say, but that he's allowed to enjoy a television show. Now, I'm not saying that Liam necessarily tweeted that. It could have come from his team, it could have been a prank by some friends, I'm not 100% sure. But the responsibility is on Liam as a public figure to take ownership of his Twitter account, and that's kind of, that's the deal, really. So when I saw that, I was a bit shocked. As a gay man, I found it really offensive, and it's appalling in a lot of ways. To endorse that television show and the people involved in it is to subtly and tacitly endorse aggressive homophobia. The comments that have come out of that show and the figurehead, the father figure from that television show have been appalling, totally inappropriate, extremely homophobic, and uncomfortably kind of pedophilia-ish in a lot of what he's said, and that is absolutely unacceptable. The comments that have come out of that television show and the people who are on it are totally unacceptable, and to endorse them is blatantly homophobic. I believe that the fandom should be a safe and positive place for all fans to be able to engage and interact. And when you tacitly endorse homophobia in the fandom through your Twitter account, you are saying that homophobia is okay, and you alienate and make the fandom an unsafe place for queer kids and teenagers to participate. That is absolutely unacceptable. I'm just quite upset about it, to be honest. It is totally unacceptable, and I definitely think that an apology is in order. We don't weigh in on these things because we don't want to have opinions, in a sense. We want to be able to come into this neutrally and listen to all points of view. But the one thing that we've come into this fandom saying from the start is that the fandom should be a positive place, and it should be a welcoming place, and I believe that there are examples of that, and I believe that for the vast majority of the time, the fandom can be a really positive place. But when one of the members of One Direction, through a Twitter account, whether it's actually him or not, endorses homophobic attitudes, it makes the fandom unsafe, and it makes the fandom negative, and that is absolutely unacceptable, and he must retract that statement. That's what I believe. I'd be really interested to know your thoughts.